No, sir.
Okay, then. Okay.
No, sir.
All right. So we are recording right now, and I've shared my screen also. So let's take a look at today's portion. So before we do that, let's just take a quick revision, and then we'll take a look. So in the last class, we've seen about how we can actually launch PHP. Sorry, how we can actually launch or create PHP pages using a software called as WAMP. So this WAMP is a combination of softwares that lets us create dynamic pages on the internet. A dynamic page is a web page that people can interact with. So at the start of the internet, we only had static pages. That is, the content would not change no matter what we do to the web page. But as we progress with the internet and with modern computing, we are able to interact with the pages. Like YouTube is an example of a dynamic page. So depending upon how we interact with YouTube, YouTube will give us different content. Okay, so this is what we call as a dynamic page, and PHP is a scripting language that allows us to create such dynamic pages. So anytime you want to create a dynamic page, some decisions have to be made. So the computer has to make some decisions in order to show us the appropriate content. So the job of making decisions is done by this PHP interpreter. So a scripting software called as PHP will actually make decisions for us. And this PHP interpreter cannot work alone, so it needs some additional softwares. So those additional softwares together are available as a package called as WAMP. So anytime people want to create dynamic pages, they use this WAMP software package. We call this a software package or a software stack, as you can see here. In the last class, we saw how to create an actual PHP page. So we've seen the differences between a PHP page and a HTML page. So let me just show you once again. So here I have my file explorer. Let me just go to that folder right here. So when you have a normal static page, you don't need any complicated software to run or to launch it. All you need is to simply double click the file. So once you double click, I'm sorry, yeah. Once you double click, you will see the content from your web page directly. All right. So I think everyone can see the text here. You can see the text. You can see the title here. So this is a normal HTML page. So there are certain limitations. There are lots of limitations to HTML. As we know already, HTML cannot make decisions. Let me show you. So here we have the code for the HTML page I just showed you. So this HTML language is just a placeholder language. It can just place text in different parts of our web page. Like if I put this Pradeep's page in between this title tag and slash title tag, it will be posted as the, it will be available in the title bar. Let me just show you. Where is it? Okay. So here, so if I type something between title and slash title tag, it will be posted in the top left corner. If I type something between this p and slash p tag, it will be created as a paragraph. Okay, so HTML is a very simple language. It cannot make decisions. It can only place text in certain parts of the screen. So if I ask this HTML to do calculation for me, it won't do anything. Okay, let's say ask it to print 5 into or 5 minus 5. Okay, so nothing will happen. So let me save and let me refresh. Just look at the screen. You can see HTML is unable to make any sort of decision. It can only print stuff on the screen. It can print stuff on the screen, or it can print certain things in certain parts of the screen. Like if I want this paragraph to start from the left side, I can do so by using an attribute called as align. I think we've learned this already in last year. Does everyone remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So here you can see I'm using this align attribute. If I do that, I can see I can place this text on the right side of the screen. I can only place text in different places using HTML. I cannot do any sort of calculation. So this is why we need PHP. So let's see how we can actually create a PHP document. right? We already seen it in the last class, but we didn't have much time. So let me show you once again. So if you want to create a PHP document, what we're going to do is we're going to right click on our folder. We're just going to go to a fresh folder. Then we're going to right click on our blank area right here. So all this area is blank. I'm just going to click on this area right here. I'm going to right click. Once I do that, I'm going to get the sub menu, right click sub menu. Here I can select any option. So from here, I'm going to select text document. I know we've seen this already. Some of you may be familiar, but I'll keep explaining it again and again because you're not, most of you are not actually using your computers. So since most of you are using your phones, you need to get this, you need to understand this concept of creating PHP pages. It is somewhat complicated. So that's why I'm repeating again and again. So just observe. So once we create a new text document, it will show us a name. It will show us the name of the document. Then we can actually start typing inside the document. So we can do this in two ways. What I'm going to do is I'm simply going to give this file a name, something like second PHP. Okay, I'm just going to write something like second PHP. I'm going to click enter. Then I'm going to open this file. Then I'm going to start typing in. So let me just show you the difference between HTML and PHP. So in HTML document, what you'll do is you'll start typing with HTML tag. Okay, and whenever you're done with one tag, you're going to end the tag with a slash. So these are called as container tag. So like whenever you start putting content in the head section, you can end the head section by using the slash head tag. But in PHP we don't have all that. So PHP itself is a tag. So we start our text by saying open bracket question mark PHP. Okay, so look at this. Here we have open bracket, we say the name of the tag, then we say close bracket. But in PHP we are not going to put the close bracket. Okay, so we are going to end our PHP by saying question mark close bracket. Sorry, here question mark close bracket. So this is how we indicate the start and end of a PHP document. So at the start of a PHP document, we are going to say open bracket question mark PHP. At the end, we are going to say question mark close bracket. So I think everyone can see your screen, your notebooks also. We have a sample code on page number 12. So in that page number 12, you can see one small sample code. Here they're showing you how to open and end a PHP file. I'm just going to type in the same thing. Okay, so once we have our open bracket question mark PHP, we start our PHP document. So here we can type commands, we can send some commands to PHP. Okay, like printing 5 minus 5 or 5 plus 5 or printing hello or so on. Okay, we can print and we can ask the computer to do decisions for us by using PHP, things that are not possible in HTML. So let me show you how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to print the same text from here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I can't answer the attendance in Google Classroom, sir. Because my phone display is not nil, sir. It is blurred, sir.
Okay.
Display is problem, sir.
Not a problem. The attendance will be open till the
No,
end.
sir. The display is broken, sir. So that's
How are you?
it's shaking, sir.
No. How are you listening to the class right now?
In another phone, sir.
You can just post the attendance from that other phone. Just log into your Google account, go to Google Classroom and post the answer.
No, sir. In other phone, we cannot do anything, sir. If we catch also, it's not working, sir.
Okay, so I can manually record your attendance. Just wait till the end of the class. At the end of the
Okay,
class,
Okay, sir.
I'll allot marks. I'll allot the attendance for you.
Okay,
Okay. All right. So let's resume. So between HTML and PHP, there are slight changes on how you can actually represent data and things. So PHP was meant to be just a decision maker. So whenever you wanted to make decisions or do some sort of calculations, we are going to use PHP. Whenever we want to use HTML, whenever you want to place text in different places and you want to add design or color, we're going to use HTML. So HTML also is an important part of a web page. Any web page you have will contain both HTML and PHP. All right. So we're going to learn how to use how to make different sections of the web page. In last year, you learned all the aesthetic elements, like you've learned how to create a heading, you learned how to insert pictures and so on. So this year we're going to learn how to create a form, like about Google Forms. So you can use PHP to actually draw boxes on your browser, and you can get input from the user, and you can actually decide some things to do with that input. So that is what we're going to learn today. So what this means is, when you go to PHP, the appearance options are limited. Unlike HTML, where you can change font size, font style, and everything, you can't do so in PHP. Okay, that is one limitation of PHP. So let's see how we can print text in PHP. You can use the print function.
So a doubt.
Yes. Can you repeat that? I didn't actually catch that. Okay, let's continue. So if you have a doubt, just stop me and you can ask your doubts. All right. So if you want to print something in HTML, you can simply write down that text and HTML will print it. But if you want to print something in PHP, you need to use this print command right here. So this is a command in which you can send instructions to PHP, because PHP needs to differentiate between what are commands and what
Enemy
are
start.
normal text. Okay, I think someone's interrupting. Do you want to ask a question? Okay, I guess not. So let's continue. So we use this print function in PHP, and we don't use the print function in HTML because PHP has to make decisions and it has to show text
Hello.
also. That is why we are using this text right here. Okay, someone is just interrupting the class. If you want to go out, feel free to go out. Okay, let's continue. So here also I have a statement at the end. So if I want to print this out with PHP, I'm going to use the print function. So now let's actually execute this statement. So here you can see we have three statements right here. So since each of these three statements are different.
Sir, someone Ram D, he's only turning on and off in the mic.
Okay,
Sir.
I've ejected him from the meeting. All right, so let's continue. So here we have three statements. So how PHP works is, each statement is going to be run by our PHP software. Sorry, it's going to be run by WAMP. So what happens is, each one has to be differentiated. So to differentiate each line, we are going to put a semicolon at the end of each statement. Right? So this is how we can actually create a PHP file. So let me show you how to actually save this. When saving is the most important step. So once you complete the file, you can click on File, you can click on Save As. So once you click on Save As, it will show you about the file name and this file type. So I'm going to click on File Type, and I'm going to say All Files. You may remember this is the same procedure as what we used to do for HTML also. Once again, it's the same procedure. So I'm going to click on All Files, then I'm going to say my file name followed by the extension. We've seen this already in the last class, so I'm just going a little bit quicker. So let me type my file name. I'm going to say something like sample PHP. I'm going to say sample followed by a dot, then I'm going to type my extension. This extension part is very important, everyone. So if you don't type the extension, your computer will not recognize this as a PHP file. So let me type sample.php.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, you already saved as PPT, then it will complete this, sir.
So are you saying there is already a sample.php? Is that what
Yes,
you're
sir.
asking? So what will happen is, this file will be overwritten. So here I have a sample.php with 0 KB inside. Since it's empty, I'm just using the same name. So what will happen is this file, this new file will override the old file. Okay, so as you said, that will also cause confusion. So let me write sample2.php. So I've saved now. Let's go to our folder. So here you can see my file right here. So inside sample2.php, we have our commands. So most of you will think we can run this directly by simply double clicking. That doesn't work. Okay, so let me show you. So if you simply open this with your browser, nothing will happen. Okay, let me get my browser. Here. So here I have my browser. If I simply try to open this PHP file with the browser, you can see there is no decisions being made here. So if we want to run our PHP program properly, we need to go through our WAMP server. So this is not the proper way to run our PHP file. We need to go through WAMP server. So let's launch WAMP server now. So I think everyone remembers the way to launch WAMP server. We simply go to start. Then we are going to type WAMP. Then we launch WAMP server. Okay, so you'll not get any sort of window, you'll not get any application window or interface for WAMP. You can see there are no changes to the desktop. You'll only get a green icon in your what is this, taskbar. Okay, the last bar, sorry, in the notification area. So this is your taskbar and this is your notification area where you can see your time and all the status of the programs that are running on your computer. So here you'll get this green icon. So you can see a green icon with a W in the bottom of your screen. So this is our WAMP server icon. So you can click on this WAMP server icon to interact with WAMP. Yes.
Sir, how we should the close WAMP server, sir?
If you want to close WAMP server, we can just right click on the icon and say exit.
Okay, sir.
Since WAMP server is used for creating and hosting web pages, this will always run on your computer. So the second you start your computer, if you install WAMP, it will automatically start running. So if you hosted some websites on your computer, it will automatically start hosting your websites. So that is why it's on the notification area. That's why we don't have any application interface. Okay. So now let's see how we can actually open your open the file we just created. So if you want to open your file we just created, we just need to go for local host. Okay, so the local host is your is the content or is the directory of your website. So each and every website will have some files and you need to place those files inside WAMP server if you want to run them. Okay, so let's see what are the final steps to launch our file. So let's say localhost. So I'm going to type out the name localhost and then I'm going to press enter. Okay, so once I do that, I'll actually get this WAMP server page. So here you can see it says WAMP server and then you can see my folder right here. So this is how you can actually launch launch your programs. So some mistake most of you may make is you may just type localhost and then you may try to click on the suggestion from the computer. Okay, so if you let the computer fill out your suggestion, you will simply start your Google search. We don't want to go for Google search. So whenever you're trying to open localhost, make sure you've launched WAMP server. Make sure you can see the green icon in the bottom. Then go to your URL bar. Then you're going to type localhost fully. It's going to type the entire sentence localhost. Then you press enter. Then you'll get your home page. All right. So next step, you have to open your project file. So all your project files will be in your project directory. So we need to find out your project directory next. So to find out your project directory, you can simply click on this WAMP icon. Once you click on this WAMP icon, you can see something called as www directory. So this is the default directory your computer has decided for you to store all your website related files. Let me click on it. Once I click on it, you can see I'm opening a new folder right here. I can see there's a new folder. You can see there is a new folder. So I can just create a new folder here and copy my file over here. Only then I can launch it. So let me create a new folder. All right. So there is a new folder now. Let me put today's date. So 11/09/2020. So once I do that, let me copy my file from my usual folder. So my sample2.php was my file. So let me just copy it over here. Okay. So once I've done that, I'll be able to launch my PHP file. So here you can see my sample2.php is inside www directory. So let me go ahead and launch it. So let me refresh. So once I refresh, you can see my folder is appearing over here. You can see 11.09.2020. There are two ways in which I can go about accessing this file. I can either go to localhost and then I can type a slash followed by the folder name, as you can see. Okay, I can either type down the file name or I can simply click on this folder link right here. Both will do the same thing. So both will get me into this directory, and from this directory I can click on this PHP file and I can run it. Okay, so here you can see our program. So let me show you side by side. One second, let me get it back. Here. So this is the same code from HTML and this is the code from PHP. So here you can see some obvious changes. Here you can see I am from Shri Gurukulam. This is a paragraph is presented as it is, and you can see a 0 here. So what the computer has done is it has found the answer for 5 minus 5 and then it has posted it here in the form of 0. Then it is printing the next line as it is. So this is the difference between PHP and HTML. HTML cannot make decisions. It cannot differentiate commands from text. But PHP can differentiate commands from text. So it can make decisions. So PHP is superior in this way. So let's just adjust the text so it makes more sense. Let me put the 0 in the next line. And let me put this I am from Hosur in the next line. So here we have, this is our file right here. So does anyone remember how to add a line break?
BR.
Okay. BR. So,
BR tag.
so let's try BR. Okay.
Sir, I tried one, sir, but it came as mistake, sir.
Okay. So let's try. Okay, it's not a problem. Let's try. So how many of you think this will work? So here we just want to add a 0 here. So we want 0 in the next
before the colon.
Okay, what are you saying? Okay, I think he's on to something there.
BR before the colon.
Before the colon. Okay, so let's try your method also. Let's try all three. Okay, so let me save this and let me refresh. Okay, 1 second.
Sir, we have to add before the colon only, sir.
Okay, let's try. Okay, let's see the wrong way and then we'll see the correct way. So let me just access the file. 1 second. So this is our source code. So this is the code that I used to create this file. So most of you will think you can add BR after the line. So let's see what happens. Then as some of you are suggesting, let me put BR before the semicolon. Okay, so I'm going to save. Let me click refresh here. Let me see what happens. So here you can see it's showing as an error. Okay, PHP is unable to execute this line, this code on line 4. So PHP does not understand this HTML tags. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to put this BR inside our print statement. So let's try that one. Okay, some of you are saying before the semicolon. So let me put it before the semicolon. Let's see what happens.
Before the semicolon and before the double quotes also, sir.
Okay, let's check. Okay, he's right, the prince is right. So let's check now. So what I've done is I put the BR tag before the semicolon. Okay, let me save. Okay, saved. Let me refresh. So here you can see the error is still there. So let's try print the solution next. What we're going to do is we're going to put this BR tag inside our quotes, inside our double quotes. Okay, let's check it out now. So let me put this BR tag right here. So let's save and let me try it out now. All right, so now you can see our output. So what's actually happening is whenever we are trying to print something, what PHP is doing is it will just push the text to HTML. All right, so it will push the text to HTML. So whenever we want to print something, we use the print function. The print function will push the text to HTML, and then HTML will do the job of printing. All right, this PHP is only going to do the job of decision making. So this is why BR tags and other tags will not work inside PHP. They'll work in only inside certain functions like print or input or output. Okay, there are other functions. We'll see those later. But direct tags will not work most of the times. Direct tags like BR or H1, H2, they will not work inside PHP. If you want them to work, you need to put them inside other functions like print. Okay, is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's see how we can recreate the same output with your phone also. Then I think it will be enough. I'll give you some time to try out PHP on your own. Once everyone is completely, once everyone is comfortable with creating programs, we can start with the next topic. Okay. So we're going to start with lots and lots of topics inside PHP. So you need at least some basic knowledge before you can actually start learning those. So everyone, you should be comfortable with creating PHP pages on your own. All right. So let's see how we can actually create or simulate output from PHP with your Android phone.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have tried highlight code inside PHP, sir. It is coming correctly, sir.
You tried?
Can I show, sir?
Okay. So I think you're saying you tried putting PHP inside HTML. Is that so?
Yes, sir. I put
Yes.
the code mark, sir.
Yes, that will work. Okay.
It worked correctly, sir.
Yes, it will work because most of your websites do that by default. So okay, let me just write it down. Most websites like YouTube and any other website that uses a search bar is going to use both HTML and PHP together. Okay, so all websites will use HTML plus PHP together. So this is what we call as a dynamic page. All dynamic pages are going to use some scripting language, maybe PHP or maybe something else like JavaScript, but they are going to use the scripting language. Only then it will be called as a dynamic page. If you only have HTML running, then you call that as your static page. There is one more version that we just created, a page with only PHP. This page is called as a pure PHP file or pure PHP page. So there are three types of pages you can create. As he said, we can do HTML plus PHP in the same document. It will work. So whenever you're trying to create a commercial website for your own personal purpose, you will always do HTML plus PHP. So with HTML, you can add different designs. You can add pictures. You can add some graphics. You can do all of those with HTML. With PHP, you can link text. So let's say you want to use the search bar. Here you have a search bar. If you want to know what people have typed in the search bar, you need to use PHP. HTML can simply place the box, but it cannot read the contents. So we need PHP if you want to have a proper web page. Okay, as he said, it is correct. All pages will use HTML and PHP together. It will work. Okay, so let's see how we can actually create a PHP page with Android. So if you want to create a PHP page with Android, I've told you you can install this app called as PHP Code Play. So you can just click on PHP Code Play. you will get an interface where it will give you some space to type. So you'll have to type your PHP code in that space. So it's loading. All right. So once it is loaded, you will see this welcome screen right here, and then you will see a button called as HTML plus PHP. You can click on it to get to the simulator. You can get to the PHP simulator. You can click on learn to learn about PHP on your own. You have other buttons also, but I recommend you don't click on that. Just click on HTML and plus PHP. Once you do that, you can see a section. You can see a code section where there is some predefined code. You can just delete all of this. Okay, as I'm doing, you can keep it or you can delete everything that you're not going to use, and you can simply keep only your PHP part. So here you can see the format is already there. All you need to do is just to edit. So those who are using your phone, make sure your first line is open bracket question mark PHP. Then you can type your commands, and once you've typed all your commands, you can end your file with question mark close bracket. So you can you know two functions now. You know about print function and you know about echo function. So echo simply it means the same thing as the description. Echo means to repeat. Okay. Print means to print out text. So both can be used interchangeably in most situations. So we can use anything. It doesn't matter. So I usually like to use print. So let me use print here. So if I want to print my name, I'm going to say print followed by open brackets, then double quotes. Then I'm going to say my name. Okay. My name is so and so. So if I want to print some numbers, print out some calculations, I'm going to say print followed by open brackets. I hope everyone can see the font. So if I want to print numbers, I'm going to say print followed by open brackets. Then I'm going to say the numbers without any quotes. I think everyone can understand the significance of the quotes. Quote simply means the computer or the browser will try to understand what's inside. Okay, so if you have quotes, the browser will not bother to look inside. But if you have no quotes, the computer will try to figure out what you typed. Okay, so if you type something in quotes, it will be displayed as it is. Even if there are grammatical errors, some sort of errors, it will just be printed as it is. But if you have no quotes, the content will be the computer will try to understand the content and then it will post it on the screen. So let's see what the output is. So we should have 3 lines. The first line should be this is from PHP code. Second line should be my name is Pradeep, and the third line should be 10. So since we have not added the BR tag, all 3 lines will be in the same sentence. Okay, let's check out the output. So here you can see all 3 lines are in the same output. So let me click on code. Let me add some line breaks. So I'm going before the quotes and I'm adding BR. Right. So here you can see I've added some line breaks. Now if I go to output, you should see 3 lines. Okay, there's an add. All right. So here you can see my 3 lines. So this is from PHP code. My name is Pradeep, and you can see 10 right here. So this is the way in which you can run code with your Android device. So of course, this is just a simulator. This will only simulate PHP code. You cannot run full-fledged websites on this app. All right. So is that clear to everyone about how you can actually run code with PHP?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in the last few classes, I would have showed you the same thing, but it felt a bit rushed. So I just spent this entire class to teach you about running files. I hope everyone is clear. This is extremely important. You need to know how to launch PHP files. Without this knowledge, you'll basically waste the entire year. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can just speak up regarding PHP.
Sir, no doubts. No doubts, sir.
No doubts. All right. So shall we have a small practical session today?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'm going
Yes,
to do
sir.
is I'm going to create a question. I'm going to create an assignment. I'm showing it on the screen also. I'm going to create an assignment in Google Classroom. All right. So let me just show you. So what you can do is you can just click on attach and you can attach your output. So I'm going to say show. Right. So I'm going to post this assignment to all of you of 8th standard. Let me put 2 points right here. Let me put the due date to somewhere today. All right. So since everyone is confident, I just want all of you to create a PHP program, all right, and take screenshots of both the code and the output and post it here in your assignment. Okay, let me assign it and let me just show you how you can actually add attachments. So the assignment is live now. So what all of you can do is you can just go click on that question. So once you click on that question, you'll see an
So
add
you,
attachment button. Yes. Okay, she's gone. So I want all of you to type a program and run the program either in your PC or in your phone. Doesn't matter. You can use anything. So type a program, get the output, take screenshots of both the output and your code, and click on add attachment in your Google Classroom assignment and take a photo or upload the file. Okay. So go to your Google Classroom, click on add attachment and upload the screenshots like this. So if you have the files here, just click on add attachment, attach the files and click on submit. Okay. Click on turn in, sorry, click on turn in, and then your assignment will be submitted to me. So since I'm away from you, I can't see the outputs, I can't really see if you understand everything. So please do the assignment so you can actually have a grasp of what you're doing. So we'll have internal marking also. So we'll try to assign marks for internal marking based on your submissions. Even if you're not able to get the proper output, submit the assignment anyway. So we'll just take a look and I'll teach you how to rectify your errors in upcoming classes. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So time is
Yes, sir.
12:42 now. We have some 3 or 4 minutes. Everyone, you can start doing the assignment right now. Okay. So it will take only 1 or 2 minutes. You have the book in front of you also. So you can just open page number. Okay, page number 12 in your book. Just open page number 12 in your book. You have the code right there. Just copy down the same code and get the output and show me attach the same to your Google Classroom. Okay. If you have any doubts, right here, you can just share your screen and you can ask your doubts. And also, those who still not posted the attendance in Google Classroom, you can do that now. Just head over to Google Classroom and post your attendance.
sir, me, sir. I can't.
Okay, what is your name?
Sir, I.
Okay, if you posted, very good.
Nitin Sagar.
Okay. So once again, and the recordings of our classes will be available in Google Classroom. So if you go to Google Classroom, you can see a separate section called recordings. You can just click on that link, and you'll see all our recordings right here. So whenever I record a class, I'll be posting the
Sir,
same in this playlist. Yes. Okay, so that's fine. So who wants their attendance posted?
Sir, me.
Sir, I can't post, sir.
Okay, who can't access Google Classroom? Who wants their attendance? Just tell me your name and section.
Sir, Nitin Sagar 8.
Nitin Sagar 8. Okay. All right, Nitin Sagar, you've got your attendance.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Sankirtana 8th D, sir.
What?
Sankirtana 8th D, sir.
What happened, Sankitana? Why are you not able to access Google Classroom?
Sir, don't know, sir.
Don't know. Have you enrolled yourself in Google Classroom?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the phone in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Then just open Google Classroom on your phone. Now let me just show you. So on your home page, you're going to see all your apps. In that apps, click on Google Classroom, as I'm showing you right now. So once you click on Google Classroom, you'll see all your classes. As you can see right here, click on Our Class. So our class is going to be something like CS for class 8. So just click on that class. You'll see a question. You'll see a question. You'll see new question 11.09.2020. Click on that question. You'll have a single option, something like present. Just click on that present and click submit. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just try it.
Sir, I did not got the output. Sir, what is the page number you said to say that we have the link for that?
Page number 12.
Same.
Page number 12. You can see it right here. I'm sharing it on the screen. So print out your name instead of hello world. Print out your name followed by some simple calculation like 5 plus 5 or 243 plus 7 or something. Okay, it's up to you. Just look at the instructions.
Sir, it's not coming.
Okay, if it's not coming, all right, just 1 second. So everyone, the time is 12:46 now. So your class timing is over. You can disconnect or you can stay back and you can watch us debug the code. So whoever is not able to get the proper output, share the screen so I can guide you on solving it.
Sir, I have even used
Sir, I
it.
am not getting, sir.
What?
I have sir, okay, sir.
I did not got my output, sir. Can I share the screen, sir?
Okay, you can share your screen.
Is it visible, sir?
Yes, it is visible. So I can see you followed all the instructions. Print, okay.
But how?
No, it is correct. So you can see your name followed by 497. So since you have not added the line break tag, you are not getting two lines. So go to your code, add the line break tag. Okay,
Yes, sir.
where should you add your line break tag? We've seen all three places where you can add the line break tag. Which is the correct place to add line break tag? Is it before the double quotes or inside the double quotes?
Inside.
Okay, just think, just go inside the double quotes and type your BR tag.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, how do you end your print statement? With double quotes. Yes, very good. So now look at your output. All right, very good. So this is what we are
Excuse me, sir.
So take screenshots of the output and the code and paste it and attach it in your Google Classroom.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all right. So who has the next doubt? Who has the next question?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go on.
Sir, do we need to convert into PDF and send to you?
If you convert to PDF, it will be more comfortable. You can use Adobe PDF app to convert to PDF. It's a free app with no ads. If
Yes,
we
sir.
can submit PDF, that will be very useful. That will be
Yes, sir.
much easier for us.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, we should do in HTML and PHP or only PHP, sir?
Only PHP. We already practiced HTML last year, so let's do only PHP this year.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I think I'm going to stop the recording now.